All right, this is my last Hyundai Elantra N video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content that I've brought to you guys, but I have a new car coming on the channel. Still debating if I'm actually gonna post this video or not, because every time I switch cars, people get upset for some reason. They get mad, they get disappointed. And I've been consistent all along with my channel and keeping cars for roughly about a year, kind of give that year of ownership and different experience. So anyways, I'm gonna get this car loaded up on the trailer. I'll share that with you guys, and kind of give you my overall thoughts, like on owning the car, you know, what I've thought of it, you know, what would I change? Would I buy another one? And hopefully give you guys that perspective. But overall, I mean, for the price point of this car, it's really hard to be nitpicky and complain. You're not gonna find anything for $35,000 that has all the performance characteristics that this car has. It's just simply unmatched from that standpoint. And, you know, it looks pretty good. You know, it definitely kind of has more of an adolescent, kind of like teenager, kind of like a, you know, racer car kind of vibe. But then there's angles of it that, you know, look really, really good. And I think, you know, especially the front, since they redid that, I think Hyundai just hit it out of the park. I think the front looks great. You know, the side lines and the doors, I've never been a huge fan of. I could probably do without that. But overall, you know, the car looks really clean. So I'm sending this car to Kentucky, and I have a new car on the way. I think for a lot of you that have enjoyed my Hyundai Elantra N content, you'll really enjoy the car that I'm bringing to the channel, because it compares in some ways and in some ways it doesn't. But this, you know, this car gets compared to another car quite a bit. And, you know, I'm excited. You know, always sad to see another car go, because, you know, this car's ceramic coated. I put time in taking care of it and keeping it clean and maintaining it. And overall, just had a great experience owning this car, driving this car. You know, it's got 5,300 miles on it. Yes, it's taken me about a year to put 5,300 miles on a car, but I just really don't drive my cars all that often. But, you know, I do think a couple things, and some of you might like this, some of you might hate this, but, you know, anytime somebody asks me what I drove, I don't know why, but like, I didn't really have pride in saying, hey, you know, I drive a Hyundai Elantra N. Like, people are like, you drive an Elantra? And I'm like, well, it's the N. It's kind of like their, you know, sporty version, their racy version. Like, because people know me at work and different things, and they know I'm into cars and that. And I have a really hard time just like being proud of this car. And I think it comes with kind of like the branding of Hyundai. Now, I'm not here to bag on them or anything. I think the car that they've made is absolutely phenomenal. And over time, this car will actually, you know, continue to do really, really well. But I struggled with that. The other thing that I struggled with is I've had more issues with this car being new than I have any other new car that I've bought. And I've gone through Supras, Camaros, Mustangs, Challengers, WRXs, GR86s. What other cars have I bought brand new? And this car hasn't had major issues, but it's given me more nuances early on in its ownership than other cars have. So I do somewhat worry about its reliability long term. Now, I obviously can't prove that. I've only owned the car for a year, but those couple things, you know, and honestly, me as a content creator or YouTuber, guys, I've brought over 30 videos on this car. I don't want to be a YouTuber that just goes and has a car for like, I don't know, you know, just a few days or a couple hours, and they give you like their full opinion on it. And I don't think that's fair. And so try to own my cars, you know, try to film as much content of the videos that I want to do on them. And then when I've kind of met that, you know, I kind of switch gears. I will say though, with this new car that I'm buying, it will be a much more permanent long-term car on the channel. It's a car that I've wanted for quite some time. It's a car that I have really enjoyed, and when they did the refresh, absolutely fell in love with it and absolutely loved it. And I don't plan on this new car that I'm buying to be selling it in 10, 11 months or a year. It's going to be much more long-term now, unless I run into some financial hardships or something where I need to kind of pivot or do something else. Then I'll sell it, right? I never want to say never. I've had my Honda S2000 now about 2.5 years. That car's never going anywhere. I'm always going to keep it. Actually was able to go do a drive out with it last night and just Oh, I just love it. And this time of year with the fall, it's a lot of fun. But I have the car coming, or the transport coming. This car's going to Kentucky, so if some of you want to buy it out in Kentucky, happy to do it. If you guys want me to make a video on what the dealership gave me for the car that I'm trading it into, and all the financials, I could break down how much I made on YouTube with this car, what I paid for it, what they gave me for it, you know, losses, just anything to kind of calculate. I'm happy to share that with you guys. Like I said, I'm not even 100% sure I'll share this video, because every time I do one of these videos, people get mad, they unsubscribe, and I don't know, it's just kind of silly. But it's my car, it's my world, it's my life, it's my channel, and those are the decisions that I make. But anyways, guys, I will kind of film the rest of this from the transporter picking up the car, share with you my overall perspectives. Man, I still sometimes just look at this and go, oh, she looks good. But anyways, leave a comment below. I'll film the rest of this here coming up as the transporter picks it up. All right, that is all she wrote for the 2025 Hyundai Elantra N. We also have some pretty cool cars on here. Porsche Carrera, I think, Carrera S. And then this brought back some memories. But they actually have a convertible Cobra Terminator. Well, mine wasn't the Terminator, but anyways, kind of cool. I always love to see what some of these car trailers have on them in terms of cars, and I need to own a Porsche someday. That is another vehicle I need to get. But anyways, guys, that concludes the chapter of the Hyundai Elantra N. I might be doing some comparisons down the road of other cars that I might own that are similar to this, and share kind of like my take on, like, hey, how does this compare to the Hyundai Elantra N? What is it like? All that sorts of stuff. But anyways, guys, give this video a like, a comment. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content I brought you on the Hyundai Elantra N. Catch you on the next one.